Finally, the third wax included with the mat gun is the matte red wax. This special wax is hard yet flexible. Red wax is strong and resilient, so it will hold its shape for knotting. Matte red wax keeps its round shape as you work. It is an excellent choice for knotted or woven designs. It is also great for prongs, pearl pegs, or sprues. This exercise will get you started on the weaving technique. To begin, load the red wax and set the thermostat on normal. On a smooth surface, extrude threads. Threads should be between 20 and 30 inches long. Make sure the surface is clean and smooth. A wooden desk or board is ideal. Plexiglass or formica will work well also. Don't work on a surface such as metal, stone, or glass. These can cool the wax too quickly. Hold the mat gun approximately 3 inches above the board and extrude the threads with even pressure. Experiment with this technique. Try extruding with 2 hands for greater control. For extra thick or extra thin threads, adjust your speed, the wax temperature, the pressure on the feed rod, or try changing the nozzle. After a few seconds, examine each thread. Lift it up and gently pull it straight. Check for consistency in diameter and choose threads that are similar. Hold threads up to the light and check for bubbles or weak points. Any lighter areas on the wax indicate imperfections. Prepare a small loom, either a board with a clip or one like this. We made this loom out of a 4-inch by 8-inch pine board, 2 eye screws and a nail. A strip of double stick tape or utility wax will anchor the threads. Choose 2 threads of similar thickness, between 20 and 30 inches long. As you practice this technique, you'll learn how much length is required for the patterns you weave. Fold the wire in half and slide the loop under the nail. Fold the loop over the nail and pull the rest of the threads up and through the loop. Pull it taut. Repeat the same steps for the second thread. For this project, anchor the 2 center threads on the tape or wax. Or use 4 threads. Knot one end of each thread and place them under the clip on a cardboard or plexiglass clipboard. Tie a square knot. Bring the right thread across the center. Place the left thread over it. Bring the left thread under the center and through the loop. Pull it taut to form the first half of the square knot. Now, bring the left thread across the center, place the right thread over it, bring the right thread under the center and through the loop. Pull it taut and you have a completed knot. If you need practice with knotting, come back to this section of the video and try this technique with twine or string. Practice until you can make the knots automatically. Work on making the knots even for a consistent texture. Continue knotting the wax threads until you complete a length longer than you need. Wrap a strip of paper around the ring mandrel of the size you want, overlap the edges and mark both ends of the paper at once. Or try the gauge on the side of the ring mandrel or a small ruler. Mark the length you need. Flatten the paper and use it as a guide to select the most uniform portion of the pattern. Flatten the knotted threads at the bottom of the pattern and wrap them with masking tape. Carefully remove the pattern from the nail, flatten that end, and wrap it with masking tape. Place the pattern next to the paper and line up the length you need with the best portion of the pattern. Dab a little bit of Aran Alpha adhesive or instant setting glue on the threads just inside the dimension you need. The threads are under tension. The thin line of super glue will bond the threads together and prevent them from spreading when the pattern is cut. Let it set overnight or for several hours. Cut the pattern slightly beyond the length marked on the paper and use a heated tool or wax pen to weld the ends together. Repeat this at the other end of the pattern. Wrap the wax pattern around the ring mandrel and with a hot tool, weld the ends together to finish the model. The one solid section can be used as a sizing bar or to stamp your quality mark and logo. Then the model is ready for sprueing. Try additional macrame or crocheting techniques to develop your own designs. Take a look at macrame books to learn more knotting methods. Attaching sprues is an essential part of model making. Many resources are available to help you increase your knowledge of spruing methods. It is important to be sure before spruing that the wax is finished. Any imperfections in the wax will show up in the casting. Remember, the sprues have to be cleaned off of the cast piece. Attach them in places that will not damage the design when they are cut off. Be extra careful where you place sprues on the model, especially with the weaving technique. Don't touch a heated tool to the woven model. You could easily melt a thread and burst the pattern. To prevent this, melt the tip of the sprue and quickly attach it to the model. The extruded matte waxes give a model a clean, smooth surface. That clean surface means your cast piece of jewelry needs very little finishing. The matte gun is a tool with countless applications in your wax modeling work. Continue to practice these exercises with your own free-form designs. Use your wax modeling book for more ideas and advanced techniques. You can combine these techniques to create interesting jewelry. You'll soon develop your own methods for working with the matte gun.